It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James VanOsdol.
This right here is Car con Carne. I'm James VanOsdol, and I love getting behind local independent artists, and I'm going to spend an entire night playing music from local artists at Gallery Cabaret. I'll be spinning for a few hours. It's a DJ set. I don't know how good I am as a DJ, but I'm okay at curating, and I'll be at Gallery Cabaret on Wednesday, April 22nd, spinning nothing but music minted locally. Car con Carne is sponsored by Exploding House Printing, who are here for all of your screen printing, embroidery, and other merch needs. They're local, they're over in Hermosa, and they focus on small businesses, bands, brands, everything in between. Jonathan is the guy behind Exploding House, and he's got you covered. Besides technical expertise, he delivers production efficiency and cost awareness to offer boutique print shop quality at much lower large print shop prices. Check him out on Instagram, or the Insta, as the kids say, at Exploding House, or check out their site at explodinghouseprinting.com for a quote, or just see a list of everyone else they've worked with. So, Man's Body.
Hi,
Man's
James.
Body is a Chicago/LA hybrid. They've been sharpening their edges since forming back in 2019. The music is soft punk Gestalt rock, which is a narrow genre, for sure. But you fucking own it. Like,
Very
I mean,
narrow.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
everyone else in that pool, they're just looking up at you floating on top of them in the soft punk.
We're the progenitors of Gestalt rock, yeah.
The thing about Gestalt, I have to think about it before I pronounce it every time. Like, I know how to say the word, but I'm always afraid of fucking it up because it's a German word.
Right.
It is. With a couple albums and EPs behind them, they are back with For All the Jailhouse Chess Masters. It is a new EP which can be had on a lovely, did I say lovely? I meant it. A lovely 12-inch, 45 RPM release, limited to 100 or 100 copies. It's a collector's item. Greg and Jay join me from an undisclosed Northside location to talk about Man's Body. It's undisclosed. I mean, I can say the street rhymes with Toadsart, but that's about as far as I'll go. Don't want to give away all of our secrets here.
There's a lot that rhymes with Toadsart.
Right. I mean, right.
You're safe.
Right. Could be Halstead for all we know.
Right.
So the new EP is here. You guys, how often are you guys seeing each other in person? Because I said you're a Chicago-LA hybrid. How often do you guys get to come together, perform shows, bond?
Well, I was here last in October because I live in LA, and I don't really come to do shows in the winter in Chicago.
Smart.
So spring has sprung. So we got our record coming out, and it just came out, and we're thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here to play last night at Montrose, and so we get together a few times a year, and then we do a little traveling sometimes. We've done our dairy land tours a few times where we play in places like Madison, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee, and we do Swami Stock and Baraboo, and so we've kind of stayed local, but we've also traveled to New
That's
York.
just smart touring, though. I mean,
Yeah.
with gas and available venues, I mean, keeping it a small circle in the Midwest, it seems to be a good strategy.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's the hub
Right.
method, the hub technique.
And how are you received outside of Chicago?
We could do good.
Generally really well, yeah.
And how did Montrose go?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
it was
Yeah, really good.
The reviews are in.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your first time playing this new stuff for Chicagoans, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did that feel? I mean, was it connecting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, we did 4 new songs last night.
Yeah.
3 new songs off the EP, plus a new song off our last album that we never played live. So we definitely shifted the set around, and keeps us on our toes too.
And you've been doing this long enough. You two guys, as a band, as songwriters, do you lock into a groove pretty quickly when you get back together? When you start practicing? When you start just banging stuff out?
It's easier now because we have a solid lineup. We're shifting around a little while in the first few years, but now we have solid lineup for the last 4 years.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, we were. The joke before was that we were sort of like the Steely Dan of punk. You know, we were like using studio guys and shifting personnel in and out as needed. And now we've sort of arrived at a solid unit, and we're kind of exploring how far we could take that unit, which is kind of what this new record is about. It's the first time we've recorded with these 5 guys together.
Now, if you are the Steely Dan, or were the Steely Dan of local punk, who's the local Toto? Like, wouldn't they be somehow connected?
We fight them on the street.
Yeah.
All right, so for all the Jailhouse Chess Masters, this definitely is a sonically diverse record, which I think speaks to all the music that you two have ingested and created through the years. There are hints of Americana, there are hints of the blues, big hints, and maybe a little bit of the Pixies too, which I think you've probably heard before.
Yeah.
Is this your most political album or release to date?
Mm-hmm.
For sure, yeah.
By leaps and bounds?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American Fire Sale, I mean, that is as political as the title suggests.
Right.
Greg wrote the lyrics.
I love the organ sounds on that too.
Mike Hagler.
Mike, from King Size.
You know Mike, yeah.
Of course, he's great. They're kind of subtle in the mix, but they're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And you did a video for that one.
Yes.
Is that something you like doing? Is it something you feel like that's a necessity?
We just got an offer from a good artist, filmmaker, video guy, Steve Hampt, and he was like, I want to do your video. And we're like, okay. He's like, I love the song, and he wanted to be on board. And so he just went to work on it last December, and it took him a month or so. And we just like visual stuff too. Mm-hmm. Like, I think people respond to it.
I agree.
Yeah, and it kind of really lays out the song better, so you can really see what we're talking about. So,
and you made "Hang That Man" kind of sing-alongable, which was kind of unexpected.
Yeah,
Greg wrote the verses, and I came up with the chorus.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you brought the sprightly fun to "Hang That Man." Do.
Right. That's the whole idea, is that it's this sing-along, chant-along melody. I was kind of thinking along the lines of the strategy of "We Will Rock You" type songs, that are anthemic, really simple, short little words that are chantable and that are impossible to forget. They're just indelible. That will burn into your brain. Once you hear it, you'll never forget it, and that would encourage people to join into the chorus, and. But yeah, we wanted the idea was like a sing-along melody. The melody came to me first, and then pairing that with this, somewhat violent, a violent image or command.
It's like I've said before. It's like when you have to give a dog a pill. You put it in cream cheese or peanut butter.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You put the medicine in something really. Easy
to swallow. Yeah, right.
Community-based content or bass content, depending on if this is a fish perspective. What is going on here? It's a spoken word story from the perspective of a soldier.
Yeah, that's me. I wrote that. The lyrics. The music, interestingly, everybody wrote. That's the other thing about this new record that's different is we arranged. Normally, Greg and I write the songs, and then we just kind of make a home demo, and then present it to the band, and we're like, "Here, learn this," and then we get together and play it. But for this record, we wanted to include everybody in the process of arranging and writing to an extent, and we we're very collaborative on the recording this time, especially. So for that one, it was written kind of by the whole band. The music, except for me, I fell asleep on the couch. But then later on, I wrote the lyrics, and it's a story about a soldier who falls in love with his drone, his military strike drone, and it's sort of in the grand tradition of rock and roll pop songs about people falling in love with inanimate objects or technology. Like My 409, by the Beach Boys.
I love that you're a student of music. Like I love that perspective because that's exactly right.
Thanks. Yeah. It's a tradition. You know, it's a trope.
I mentioned that there are hints of different sounds, including blues, artless and working blues. I mean, blues is in the name, and it definitely has that blues vibe, if not a little grittier, edgier, maybe even sexier sounding. Tell me about the birth of that song.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it's
That's all Jay.
yeah, it's great. We both wrote the lyrics. It started off as the song was originally called "Artless and Working," and one time when Greg was in town, we just started. I think I actually said that phrase. I was like, this country just wants to keep you artless and working, and he liked the phrase, and then we started kicking out lines, and then we had this manuscript, and we didn't have a song for it yet, and then so it sat around for a couple of years, kind of right, and then I had sort of been wanting to write like a blues, like a traditional sort of like our version of a traditional blues, like the way the Stooges was meant to be a young, white guy from Detroit's version of the blues. It was Iggy's inspiration, but like, so
soft punk blues.
Yeah, our version of it, So we ended up pairing the lyrics to basically a kind of a 12-bar blues, actually a 10-bar blues, but and then we tacked on blues, the word blues, to the end of it, artless and working blues now, because that's just what you do with a blues song title. Yeah.
It's just a way of, because I haven't really worked, luckily, like a day job in a long time, but I do remember.
Yeah, that's the American dream right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is the American dream. Yeah. But I remember just the banality of it. Like, there's a line, cake in the break room. There's always like cake in the break room, and you're like, no, I don't need that. Like sugar fix, 4 p.m. You hate this fucking job, and you're just sort of stuck in it, and you want to get home and do something productive, especially as an artist, but you're paying the bills, and you're wasting your time. You're an artist, but you got to work, and you got to pay the bills. Everybody can relate to that. So we wanted to write a song about kind of a blues that a lot of people can relate to in a 9-to-5
For
kind of
sure.
way,
There's always cake in the break room.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Smog on the company dime. Where was it?
Smog on the company dime.
Yeah.
Right.
Working in radio for as long as I did through the years, there was always food in the break room or the lunchroom, and sometimes it had sat there overnight, and people would still eat it. Like
That's your raise. It's like.
That's your perk.
Here's your raise.
It's also like a depressionary, especially if you shouldn't be. You have pre-diabetic. You're like, but it's your treat, right? It's your it's your way of staying.
Yeah, it is a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's a
carrot on a stick. Yeah,
it is a carrot on a stick. Very fattening, caloric, high carb carrot on a stick. Yeah. There are a couple songs on the album. I'm calling it an album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The 45 RPM throws me. I want to call it an EP. A couple songs that are definitely on the bummer side of things.
Yeah.
Crazy Person Song, Tea and Sympathy.
Those are mine.
Okay. Crazy Person Song, Once I Was a Boy, Deep in My Heart, I'll Always Be That Boy, Collecting Baseball Cards, Getting in the Yard with My Dad, Want to Throw the Ball Around. This sounds like a bummer song.
Yeah, it is. It's just a way of kind of processing the my dad had passed away of ALS.
That's a rough
yeah
ride.
It was a mini movie at the time, seeing him go through that, and
I'm sure.
So still processing.
Yeah,
songwriting isn't always about the audience.
Yeah, no, and it should be about you first, right? I mean,
yeah.
You're creating art for you first and foremost, and it's cool that people come along for the ride, but you're writing for yourself.
Yeah, it's a survival mechanism sometimes.
Is it weird to share something that deeply personal?
Oh yeah.
Is it weird to talk about it right now?
No, okay. But some distance from it, but the actual song that was written a while ago was close to the bone, and I just hoping that other people can hear it and hopefully help them too.
Everyone's lost someone.
Yeah.
That's universal. I mean, that's easy to relate to. It's an unfortunately easy thing to relate to.
Yeah. I also looked at it as a loss that we're having right now with the country.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
That's right.
I don't know. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's a nice day in Chicago. Forget it.
James has been living in Luxembourg.
Yeah.
In a remote region that doesn't have power.
James, we're being driven crazy. I don't know about you. I guess not.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Tea and Sympathy. This, again, talking about styles and textures of the album. This is more on the Americana tip.
Yes.
This is an end-of-life song.
Another one. This is my wife's father who passed. And it was a tumultuous time, but I just wanted to do a song for her about it. And she had a
Was she aware when you were writing it that you were doing this?
No.
Okay.
I just did it. But she loves it. She loves it. And her sister, too, because they're both in the song. Stephanie, yeah. So, yeah. So they had a task to, it was basically Michelle that did it, because Jewish family, there's a tradition of getting the person, interned in a short period of time.
I'm
and
aware.
It happened in the winter, and so the song's just about that. She had to get her father, who passed in Florida, up to where he was born in Jamestown, New York, during a snowstorm, which was crazy.
Sure.
And I had to fly to Buffalo. And anyway, long story short, driving through a snowstorm, and it got done, and people came, and it was a beautiful experience. But I just thought, I felt so much for her, and I just admired her. So it's a song about my wife, really. Not more than about her father. It's about her tenacity, I think.
Were there tears when you shared that for the first time?
Yeah,
I bet.
I mean, it's a heartfelt song, and it is kind of Americana because that's where we live.
Right. So again, this is a 100-piece limited run vinyl. Obviously, we can stream it online, which that's what kids do. But having and holding, I bought records on the way here. Like I'm obsessed. I mean,
I see that.
They just did all those Cramps reissues.
I see that.
Oh man,
So
awesome.
Grab one of those. Grabbed a Gary Newman record I didn't have.
Oh, which one?
Here, can you reach those, Greg?
I do a little show and tell.
But I mean, I think one thing I have in common with Man's Body is just music nerdiness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's us.
big time. Oh wow,
Berserker.
I know that one.
Is this a newer one or an older?
I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I love Gary Newman. I have a lot of his records. I don't know much about this one.
Cool.
Very cool.
So I thought,
Berserker.
blue lipstick, why not?
Yeah.
And then when the sun goes down and the moon comes up.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
The great.
Uh-huh.
fantastic.
Is that one Alex Chilton produced or something?
Produced by the Cramps,
Cramps?
1981.
Okay. Yeah.
Kid Congo Powers on guitar.
Yeah.
Lux and Poison.
Kid Congo had to learn how to play guitar to make that record.
Did he really? I had him on this podcast last year.
Really? He was on our friend's podcast too.
He's what a storyteller, and he has a lovely
Slicerenko.
autobiography.
Yeah. It sounds like it's a great book. I haven't read it, but our friend's podcast, he was talking about his book, and that was an anecdote. He talked about getting recruited for the Cramps. He's been this sort of like Zelig-like character. He's going to keep showing up in all these amazing places at just the right time, throughout rock and roll history.
I mean, the dude played with the Cramps and Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Not a bad little resume. His solo stuff is weird and wonderful and very DIY and raw. And
Totally. Yeah.
Very cool.
so, that all said, you've put stuff out on vinyl before. That's important to you, I'm assuming. Having the physical copy.
Yeah. Especially now, there's just there's less real estate for the objectness of music. Like it's kind of, we went from LPs in the 70s to the CD in the 80s, and went from 12 inches to 5 inches. A little booklet, all the art was kind of condensed out of that. Cassettes even smaller. Then it just disappeared altogether with MP3s and streaming. So I think it's important to have the full artifact, like something tangible that you can manipulate around in your hands while you listen to the music. And it's got a beautiful insert that's double-sided, where it's got the lyrics on one side and then and the credits and all this other stuff, and then you flip it over and there's a color mosaic of photos of the guys in the band over the years and our friends and stuff. And there's all sorts of little Easter eggs hidden in there too, so look for the Easter eggs.
It is interesting. We're all of an advanced age at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I have adult children, and it's interesting to see them kind of not walk away, but kind of ease away from digital in favor of tactile, physical experiences.
That's great.
Okay.
Like records, like putting down the phone and like experiencing actual conversations in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. By no means am I saying that's a universal truth, but there are hints of hope, like where records matter, where having something, like where everything you consume isn't ephemeral.
Right.
I think there's trending toward that. Especially, you mentioned that there might be problems in the world right now.
Yeah.
Like being able to just put the fucking phone down, stop doom scrolling, and just refocus on stuff that brings you joy. I think that's a value.
Yeah, David Byrne said something I remember in the 80s or 90s about how he was talking about all the how all the technology that was coming around and starting to really revolutionize culture in the 80s and 90s and digital culture, and he said that with the rise of all this, I'm paraphrasing, but the way I remember it was, with the rise of all this technology, people are going to more and more seek out, I think what he called like folky culture, folk art.
Mm-hmm.
That they're gonna yearn for this authenticity. The more and more, the more that culture becomes digitized and a sort of what's the term? The Baudrillard term of the spectacle.
Well, the AI that
like replicas of replicas.
Mm-hmm.
Things that aren't tangible or that you doubt the reality of.
Right.
That people are going to seek out a more authentic, organic, analog type experience.
I hope so.
For real.
Seems that way.
My daughter, who's 19, she's a college student. She would rather buy her friends gifts at thrift stores than Amazon.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
good.
cool.
Which is, and I love going with, because occasionally there are records and comic books at those stores.
Totally. Yeah. My nephews are the same way. They go with my mom to the thrift stores in Evanston, and they love, the kind of kismet of it. You get what you get. You get what's there that day.
Yeah.
You might miss it if you're there the day
The
later.
thrill
or
of the
before.
hunt is everything.
Yeah, right.
That's not
used to be that way with
going
records too.
Okay, we're going off on a tangent. I think that's fine. It's a podcast. I have bought, yes, I did buy 2 records on the way to see you guys. I've been buying significantly less vinyl lately because the prices, it feels like there's no ceiling now. It's become incredibly cost prohibitive to be a collector. Even used records, I think, are being priced about 20-30% higher than they should be. Are you seeing the same thing?
Completely. Yeah. Yeah, and online and in brick and mortar stores, you go in there and it's like, oh, here's here's a Journey album that used to be like a dime a dozen back in the day, and now they want now it's rare and they want $35 for this used copy of Escape or whatever.
I can make the case for Escape, not Raised on Radio though.
Right. Yeah. Maybe 35 is okay for Escape. But.
Right. Stone in Love is a stone cold classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Flawed example, but
Yeah.
Flawed example. Oh my God.
I can't resist it.
Greg, you mentioned before that Jay, to my right, has a unique ability to capture the atmosphere of Chicago in his songs.
Yes.
Explain that. What is the atmosphere of Chicago seem like to you?
Well, Jay is Chicago to me, because when I met him, he was kind of like a portal. He just, exuded the Chicago thing. He's this, he has that vibe. He's a writer. He's super smart. super sexy,
Oh, sure.
super
Like
great.
Chicago, yeah.
He's just like Chicago. I just wanted, to know more about it, because I was only in Chicago one time on a band tour where I was kind of driver, merch guy, and I spent one night in Chicago, and I was like, this is magic. I didn't know anything about Chicago in 2007. And then when we met up a few years later, 2014, I was booking this club in LA in Echo Park called Tex, and so he played there. And immediately when we started hanging out, I'm like, this guy is interesting. I want to know more about it. And so it was my portal, my
just
window.
clicked right there.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's...
It's so hard to
it's a
find
gut
good people
feeling.
in music, like the ones that you want to like be in the trenches with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
we
true.
knew. We just knew.
Very true.
I knew. I don't know. I think he was like, I don't know about this guy. But
No, it was definitely mutual. I think it was a meeting of the minds. Like on the same level.
Jay, yes, you are Chicago. You've got the long history in the scene. You're a music fan. You're an observer, a supporter. You're also a luthier.
Right. That's what keeps the lights on.
As a luthier, you see the bare bones of instruments every day. When you're performing, when you're writing, are you like super purist guy? You've got to have the gear. Like, do you drive bandmates crazy with your specifications and your needs?
No, it's kind of the opposite. It's sort of like the cobbler who walks around with holes in his shoes because he never has time to work on his own stuff. Like, we rehearsed the other day and it was a complete shit show. Like my guitar was not right. I'd left it sitting next to an open window in my room for a few weeks, and the neck had bent the wrong way, and I didn't notice. I didn't check my gear before I got there, and it's totally stupid. But my pedal board wasn't working, and I forgot to ask for the good amps, so they gave us the crappy amps, and I'm sick, so I wasn't singing. It was just a total disaster. So,
but the show was good.
So regardless, the show was fantastic. It came off.
You play through.
Yeah, I knew you hit the stage and you get this, bolt of adrenaline and dopamine, and then you just are levitating for 45 minutes.
The thing is, a show is a one thing. It's not each song. It's really just a show. In other words, it goes so quickly. You're up there and you're off. If it's 40 minutes or an hour or whatever it is, it's not 8-10 songs. It's actually one song.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's when you get up there, it's like a roller coaster. It just goes and you can't get off. It's kind of weird in a way. It's a weird feeling because it just keeps going and then it's over.
Are you almost like two different people in the context of a show? Like, there's the person you are when you're standing by the stage ready to go on. Then there's the person you are the second that first song kicks in.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
totally. Someone put a microphone in front of me, and I'm talking to a whole room now. That's weird. All of a sudden,
all of a sudden, Clark Kent is Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally,
It's a weird feeling, but it definitely is empowering.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because all of a sudden, you're the guy or whatever, and you're that guy for an hour, and that's it.
That's sort of why we do it, right? I mean, it's like it's a way of kind of self-actualizing for a finite amount of time, a little teeny amount of time. You get to be the ideal you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, the new release is For All the Jailhouse Chessmen. Should I ask about the name?
Sure.
Explain it. For All the Jailhouse Chess Masters.
It's again one of those things I think I just said, and then I'm always just jabbering away, and then Greg's always
the album title.
Greg's always like, oh, that's a good title. Save that phrase. Write that down or whatever, and then
he's like a live editor.
Yeah. He's kind of the journalizing my life or something. But so I said, I've been playing. I play a lot of chess, so I was talking about how I can't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways, these guys there's great chess players behind bars like these. That's I guess they
got the time.
They've got the time to learn and perfect it. So it just was a turn of phrase that we liked.
for those who have time and are focused. And
Yeah. And probably beat your ass in chess.
I know there's. It seems like Netflix is full of chess-related content right now.
Really?
There's a new docu-series I think I just passed by the other day about someone who cheated at chess. I thought there was another documentary.
Right, that
too.
guy, yeah.
And it was
the guy who died?
I don't. Well, spoiler. No, I don't know if you did or not.
yeah.
I just passed by. But it's fascinating. Like the time I'm spending on Netflix on shit I thought I didn't care about. Like I'm watching a golf docu-series. I've never golfed in my life. I'm like, no, this is kind of interesting. And I've never been good at chess. And I passed by the docu-series. I'm like, oh, I better save that for later. That looks kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's like, a good story transcends the material.
Exactly. And I love behind-the-scenes stuff too. Like I think that's a universal truth. People like knowing how stuff works, even if it's not stuff that speaks to their specific life experience. Like I love the kind of pulling back of the curtain. So it's like, oh yeah, show me what the golfers do when they're not doing the PGA Tour or whatever, what they're saying about Tiger or whatever. Like it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And
Plus, the documentarians are running out of all the truly obviously interesting stuff.
Yes.
So now they're turning to the more, prosaic stuff. Like golf. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something to this golf stuff that we haven't seen before. That's actually is interesting. And not stupid and a waste of time.
I watch stuff on YouTube all the time, and I'm always kind of surfing my own brain at first. And I'm like, the other day, I was like, what is this about this band I like from the 60s called Moby Grape? And I'm like, maybe there's and of course there was a half an hour documentary on Moby Grape. And I'm like, wow, like someone spent the time going through their history and talking about this band that it's so obscure now. But I love this band, and I always will. But they're so obscure, but someone did. And that's amazing.
I'm racking my brains about Moby Grape. I think all I remember about them is that Golden Palominos covered them in the 1980s.
Right, we were talking about that the other night, yeah.
But I don't even remember what the song was. Omaha. Was it Omaha?
Yeah. Omaha.
I saw them on that tour.
Wow, thank you for shaking all that loose from my brain.
Right,
today.
exactly.
I didn't think I had that in me. Okay.
Right, did a little
I'm obsessed
calisthenics.
by like 60s, California bands like that. I just think that was such a sweet spot. Buffalo Springfield and bands like that. That whole time, was fantastic. I think for music.
Oh, agreed.
And I'm still, learning more about it. Still,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're a music lover, you never stop being a student of it. And there's nothing cooler than discovering a band that is no longer with us that you never heard and has a catalog you can dive into that you're like that's a thrill. Like, oh, how did I miss this? Fuck, this is great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
All right, Man's Body for all the Jailhouse chess masters. It's out. It sounds awesome. You guys always sound great.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hold that thing up.
Let's see. Okay.
There we go. Oh,
Buy
that
our
looks so
record.
There's the record.
good. Buy the record. Buy it quickly. There are only 100 left.
Back cover.
Yeah.
And they can buy it on Bandcamp.
It's going to be out. Oh God, do we have a release date? Actually, it's you can get it through. Yeah, if you just contact us through Bandcamp, and we'll get you one.
Love it. Thank you guys. Great to see you, Greg. Safe travels back to LA, and hope to see you
Thanks.
back here soon.
Very soon.